welcome to 1 Minute Wins with Dr. Dana Martin, the podcast where intentional growth meets practical leadership. One quote, one lesson, one action to help you lead yourself and others better. Let's jump in. Howdy and welcome back to 1 Minute Wins. I am Dr. Dana Martin, and today we're looking at episode 22, which matches the 1 Minute Win 22 from the book 1 Minute Wins. Keep learning. That is our topic today. And in fact, it's one of my favorite things, learning. I went back to school and got my MBA later in life. And then a few years later, went back and got my doctorate, and have been a lifelong learner and student of a lot of leadership gurus, such as John Maxwell. And today, we're going to talk about one of my favorite quotes by JFK. He says, leadership and learning are indispensable to each other. You cannot separate them. If you want to lead well, you must keep learning. Now, here's the truth. Learning doesn't stop when school ends or when you get the promotion. It's not about a classroom. It's about a mindset. Growth-minded leaders, they're always looking for the next lesson, even in failure, even in frustration, or even given critical feedback. Let me kick this back a few months ago. I had a client, we'll call her Maya. When we first started coaching together, she led a small department and felt stuck. And she told me, I feel like I've hit my ceiling. I'm stuck. I'm not growing anymore. I'm going through my day. And so we built a learning plan. Real small steps, right? 15 minutes a day. I know, small steps. Dana, you're the king of small steps. I know, but a small step is still a step. 15 minutes a day of intentional growth. And some days, maybe she listened to a leadership podcast on her commute in from work or on her lunch break. Other days, I even saw her reading in the lunch or in the break room on her lunch. And within 6 months, she was 6 months. I don't know why that seems to be the benchmark. 6 months. But yeah, within 6 months, her department was being led through a new initiative, and she did amazing. And within the next year, she was promoted. And what changed? Her skills set? Maybe a little. Did her responsibilities change? Did they tell her to do things differently? No. She did. She made the decision to make those small steps. She made the decision to dedicate 15 minutes a day, which quite frankly turned into 30 minutes and 45 minutes and 2 sessions at 30 minutes a day. It re-piqued her curiosity, she told me, that she had as a child. Curiosity in learning, reading, understanding. A 2023 LinkedIn Learning Report stated that 94% of employees say they would stay longer at a company that invests in their professional development. And that means learning doesn't just improve you, right? It multiplies your influence. And people want to follow a growing leader. They don't want to follow someone who's made it to a spot and that's where they're at. And that is the law of the lid, which will be for another time. John Maxwell talks about the law of the lid as being one of the 21 irrefutable laws of leadership. That is one of my favorites. We'll talk about it another time. So I think about, though, how fast our world is changing. And when I was in college back in the early 90s, I remember being in a class and being shown, this is email. This is cool. You can send a message across wherever. And that technology and communication and workplace culture from there, 30 years ago to now, it's insane. And it's evolving ever faster. And what worked 5 years ago doesn't necessarily work today. And that's why continuous learning is not optional. It's essential. And whether you're leading a team, a family, or just yourself. Staying teachable keeps you effective and grounded. If you've ever been involved or around athletes or athletics, you know that there's this term that gets thrown around that a player is or is not coachable. You, as a leader, should always be coachable, because if you're not improving your leadership, how can you expect others to improve around you? I mean, it's a simple question. Here are the 3 ways that I know you've been waiting for. 3 ways that you can keep learning daily. Number 1, schedule learning time. Even if it's just 10 minutes a day, that 10 minutes matters, and protect it like it's an appointment, like you would any other appointment on your calendar. Learn from people, not just books. It's so important to ask questions and send feedback and just observe how others succeed and how they fail. How do they respond? Learn from people. And number 3, apply what you learn immediately. Knowledge without action, it's just words, and it fades so fast. So what are the 3? 3 steps to keep learning daily. 1, schedule the learning time. 2, learn from people, not just books. 3, apply what you learn immediately. Growth without application, it's just information. So what skill or insight can you learn today or brush up on today? Maybe it's something that'll make you a better communicator, better teammate, partner. So our big action for today, read 1 page. Listen to 1 podcast. I guess this podcast. And ask just 1 question. And whatever you do, do not stay still. Keep moving ever forward, 1 step at a time. Leadership is a lifelong classroom, and every day offers a new lesson. You've been listening to 1 Minute Wins with Dr. Dana Martin. If this resonated with you, please like, subscribe, share this with someone that may benefit as well, and leave a comment. I'd be more than happy to talk about some of the comments on the show as well. And visit dmilm.com to learn more, and check out 1 Minute Wins companion book on Amazon. And as always, be the example.